What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So Portugal Pro 2024 or Mr. Big Evolution Pro. It's happening as we speak. The prejudging just concluded for the men's open bodybuilding. And all of us knew that it is gonna come down between Nathan Asha and William Bonac for the top spot. And yes, these two guys were in the final call out. But there was a surprise in there as well. And a huge shout out to Emir. So him getting this opportunity to stand in the center stage with William Bonac on one side and Nathan Asha on the other. This must be the best moment of his professional career so far. And damn, I have to say that is a big guy. The way he opened up for that front double biceps. There was so much size and that stage presence of Emir that is just unbelievable. And yes, I know he was lacking in size. He was lacking in density, especially in the side shots and in the lower half. And he was also lacking a bit of density in the back shots. But he was able to make a big statement tonight that he's gonna win his first pro show sooner than later. And he will be on the Olympia stage if not this year, then most probably next year. So let's talk about that six-man first call-out. William Bonac, Nathan Asha, Emir, Christian Volsky, Anthony Yell, and lastly Carlos Andre. Now I have got to give a shout out to Carlos Andre. So is it just me, or do you guys also feel like he is a bit taller version of Nathan Asha? So the man looked absolutely insane, especially with that size and the weight that he was able to display on the stage. So Carlos, I believe, was the biggest shocker here. No one saw him coming, and as of right now, he is fighting for that fourth spot with Christian Volsky and a couple of other guys, but I think it is gonna come down between him and Christian Volsky. Now let's talk about the big guns, William Bonac versus Nathan. So it's literally apples versus oranges. Two entirely different physiques on the stage, with different strengths and different weaknesses as well. So we all know that nobody can match William Bonac in that density department. And that is something that the videos do not really capture. But I do have to say Nathan Asha did hold his own really well, even in that density department, because he was big and full as a house again, the same way he was at Flex Pro Italy against Stephane. But at the same time here in Portugal, he was wider than William Bonac, especially in some of the shots. And again, I think this is gonna be a tough call for the judges again this time, because in the back shots, although Nathan was wider and he looked more muscular, but William Bonac was also a lot tighter, especially in the lower half. He had those shredded glutes, which we already knew was gonna be the case, and that is like the biggest weakness for Nathan Asha. Plus Bonac's conditioning was also spot on, so the judges ended up prejudging with Nathan Asha in the middle. But that could really mean anything, because both William Bonac and Emir, they also got a chance to stand in the middle and hit all the mandatories. So another difference in Nathan's physique here versus the one we saw in Italy is that his waist looked a lot more tighter here. The abs were deeper and he was absolutely killing William Bonac in that shot. And Bonac had that wider midsection, which makes him extremely vulnerable, not just in the abs and thigh shot, but a couple of other front shots as well. So do let me know what you guys think. Who did you guys have winning after the prejudging? Now let's talk about classic physique, because that division was also hella exciting, because there was just way too much hype around Stephane this time, because first of all he just started working with Patrick Tour, and this was their first show together, and you have got to give him the credit. They absolutely nailed it 100%, and Stephane is going to the Olympia for the very first time in his career, and he is most probably going to be fighting in those top 10 spots, and that too at his debut. And I'm not saying that just based on his physique and how he looked here in Portugal, but the guy who Stephane beat here, that was Wahid Badepi, apologies if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, who by the way also brought a super package. And just so you guys know, this guy plays 9th at the Olympia in classic physique. So Stephane has really announced himself loud and clear here in Portugal. This was easily his best package to date, and you have got to give the credit to his coach Patrick. He was able to bring him in shredded from every angle, but at the same time, he still had that trademark roundness and fullness that he's known for, that makes him so unique. His chest was righted everywhere, and most importantly, his symmetry looked absolutely on point from every angle. So Stephane had a great V-taper, and I don't think the crowd gave anyone a more lively reaction than it was for Stephane. The cheer for Stephane was the loudest. So a huge congratulations to Stephane. And now it's time to work on that back and create more width, because that is something that will be immensely needed at a big show like the Olympia. Now, coming to the men's open, it is certainly a tough call, They might go with Nathan Yesha for the win, based on more roundness and more pop and more fullness, and the fact that William Bonac is already qualified for the Olympia. And yes, I know that should not matter. But at the end of the day, the Olympia is also a business. And when the show is this close, they can go either way, and I don't think anyone would complain. But again, do let me know what you guys think. Who should come out on top? So as I was making this video, the results are already out for the men's open as well. And as predicted, Nathan Yesha finally wins the show and punches his ticket to Miss Olympia for the 5th time in the last 6 years. And hopefully 5th time will be the charm, and we will finally get to see him on the Olympia stage in the US. So I think this was a well-deserved victory, and you have got to love the reaction of all these 3 guys at the finals. Because as the result was announced, Stephane, the coach of both Nathan Yesha and William Bonac, he joined them on the stage to celebrate the victory with his athletes, as they are now both qualified for Miss Olympia 2024.
William Bonac. That means that Nathan Asha, both of us had him winning, and he does it. Nathan Asha takes. He takes it. Finally, after a lot of close second places, Nathan goes out. He's crying, I think.
So William Bonac must be a little disappointed, because he wanted to go 2 for 2 before heading to the Olympia stage. But there is just no denying the father time. Eventually that catches up to everyone. But still, a huge congratulations and a big shout out to William Bonac as well for bringing such a competitive package here tonight. So Emir placed 3rd here, so his tremendous run in 2024 continues. He just placed 2nd at California Pro against Tony Burton, and he gets another top 3 placing here in Portugal. So hopefully he's gonna continue to compete. And I'm telling you guys, we are gonna see him on the Olympia stage very soon. So Christian Woski placed 4th, and it was really great to see him in that final call out of the top 4 guys before the placings were announced. So Anthony Gel placed 5th. Overall, it was such a great show, and I am kinda surprised that Carlos Andre did not place 5th. So a big shout out to all the organizers who put in a lot of effort on the stage, and how all the athletes are introduced initially. That, I have to say, is so unique. So let me know what you guys think about William Bonac versus Nathan. And what does this mean for Nathan going for Dubai Pro? And not just that, will we see him on the Olympia stage this year? And also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.